Hey everyone, my name is Riley, and in this video, I will be covering my top 3 recommendations for the best WordPress hosting. Over the years of building out multiple WordPress websites and even creating multiple WordPress tutorials here on YouTube, I've tried out so many different hosting providers. Some of them are fantastic and some of them are not so good. In this video, I'm going to share that with you and show you my top 3 recommendations for the best WordPress hosting providers of 2024. So starting this off with number 1, my favorite WordPress hosting provider, the one that I use for every WordPress website that I build, and the one that I recommend in every WordPress tutorial I create, and that is Hostinger. Now, we will get into the more technical aspects in a second, but the main thing is, if you use the top link in the description of this video when you buy your Hostinger hosting, you can get up to 75% off all of your hosting plans. So if we just go down and claim the deal right here, we can see just how cheap Hostinger is going to be. We have this plan that is $2.99 per month, going all the way up to $9.99 per month. The plan that I recommend, however, is this business plan right here for $3.99, and compared to any other hosting provider out there, and trust me, I have tried them all in my years and years of web building, the business plan right here is an absolute steal for all of the features that you get. So this standard performance right here, we get this put up to 5x with the business, and what I have noticed with Hostinger is with the standard performance, this is okay for a lot of websites, but if you're using big plugins or you are using certain WordPress themes, then this is going to struggle like a lot of other hosting providers are with big themes. However, the business handles this with absolutely no issues whatsoever, and this 5x performance makes a huge difference, not even just between the premium and the business, but I have honestly never really used a hosting provider that is able to keep up and load in a big plugin with the same speed that this business plan is. Now, we do have Cloud Startup that goes up to 10x. However, I would not really recommend this. And the reason is, just because the business can handle everything so well, I've never needed to upgrade to the Cloud Startup, and there's a big price difference between these. We also get with this 100 websites, which once again, you can go 300 websites on Cloud Startup, but not many people are going to be building that many websites. Another thing is this NVMe storage. So this is just faster storage than what you usually get with most hosting providers. Then we get daily backups included, super helpful for if you make a mistake or something happens to your website. This has saved my life so many times when I can just go back to the previous day, reinstate my entire website, and I haven't lost anything. We also get unlimited free SSL. So SSL is this padlock right here that shows your connection is secure. And if you don't have this, I know some hosting providers don't give you this, most do though. But if you don't have this, it's going to give you this message right here that basically says, this website isn't secure, stay away because they might try to hack you. We also have unlimited bandwidth, you get a free professional email included. We also get a free domain, which is super valuable as well. And those are the main features right there. So that is my number 1 recommendation, and that is Hostinger. Now, the second option is Namecheap. Once again, if you use the Namecheap link in the description when purchasing your hosting, you can get a massive discount on the first year. But looking into Namecheap, we have 3 options. We have Stellar, Stellar Plus, and Stellar Business. And as you can see, if I just pull Hostinger back up, you can see with these plans, they are slightly cheaper. So the Stellar and Stellar Plus, they are slightly cheaper than what we have here on Hostinger. We can see the cheapest plan is like $1 per month cheaper, and then this plan is also like $1 per month cheaper. With Namecheap, you also get a domain name included. You can have unlimited websites as opposed to, I think this is capped off at 100, but once again, that's pretty much irrelevant. We have unmetered SSD. So this is a big point right here for Namecheap, and I'm not sure why this is. But if we look at the cheapest plan, we have 20 gigabytes. If we look at the most expensive plan, we have 50. But this middle plan right here gives us unlimited. So what this means is we actually technically get more storage with Namecheap, as Hostinger is capped off at 200, whereas Namecheap has unlimited. The one caveat to this is Hostinger is going to be a lot faster in terms of storage, because we do get this NVMe storage. Namecheap is standard, but it is unlimited, so it really comes down to personal preference, whether you would prefer unlimited storage if you have a lot of files, or if you want the faster storage, where realistically, if you are building 1 to 2, maybe even 3 websites, 200 gigabytes is going to be more than enough. We also have auto backup, a website builder, which you get this with all of these, but this means the Namecheap website builder, and quite frankly, it's absolutely horrendous. We are specifically looking at this for WordPress. So although Namecheap is slightly cheaper, the main reason that I personally use Hostinger every single time is once again for this increased performance. This is just not something that we get with Namecheap. If you are going for this cheaper plan, so the cheaper plan right here and the cheaper plan, if you are looking at the cheaper plan on both platforms, then I would honestly recommend Namecheap over this, because you don't get the increased performance and Namecheap is slightly cheaper. So I would honestly recommend just going with Namecheap. However, if you're going for the plan that I recommend and you get this increased performance up to 5x, this is so valuable that it's an absolute steal to pay an extra $1 per month for. So that's just why I personally go for Hostinger over Namecheap. And then the third option is going to be Bluehost. Now with Bluehost, you can see this is a lot more limited in pretty much everything that you can do. So this is why it's lower down on the list, and I would absolutely recommend going with Hostinger or Namecheap over this. But as you can see, even with this recommended plan, it's $445 per month. So more expensive than Hostinger and more expensive than Namecheap. And for this, we only get the ability to create 3 websites. We get 40 gigabytes of SSD storage. So this is just the standard storage, not the NVMe, the faster one. And we get chat and phone support. So we can also go down here and see some of the other features. So we do get a free domain included, like we do with all of the other ones. Free SSL, which we absolutely need. So as I say, like, this is definitely not a bad hosting provider, and that is why it's still on the list. But just compared to the other two, this is like kind of regular. This is what you'd usually expect with a hosting provider. It's just that Hostinger and Namecheap are that much better. So that is why I recommend those two. And then if you really don't want to go with them, then Bluehost is another good option. So those are my top 3 recommendations for the best WordPress hosting providers. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to smash that like button and tap that subscribe button. And until next time, take it easy.